4-2 Minnesota Golden Gophers traveled to Penn State and Happy Valley. They're 4-2 on the season, as I mentioned. Penn State with their first loss of the season. They were challenged by Michigan last week. They're 5-1. Really got to question Penn State's defense, particularly their run defense, Coach. They gave up 418 yards and 4 touchdowns to Michigan. So you know one thing's going to happen in this game. Minnesota's going to run the rock. Their offensive line averages between 308 and 325 pounds. So just hand the ball to the running back. The only question is their quarterback, Tanner Morgan. He got injured last week. It's questionable. He'll be a game-time decision. But if there's a backup in there, they're just going to run the football behind Ibrahim. This is a game that was going to come down to it. Penn State's favored by 4.5, but the way they looked last week against Michigan, I don't know, Coach.
As far as Penn State's concerned, Mark, yeah, they gave up 418 yards rushing to Michigan. However, going into that game, they were giving up an average of 80 yards a game. I mean, their run defense was supposed to be outstanding. But that's what happens when you haven't played a worthwhile opponent, so to speak. However, I'm sure they will bounce back. I think Singletary, the running back, Singleton, is averaging over 7 yards a carry, averaging 5 touchdowns. They don't have a great receiver. Stats can be misleading. As I mentioned about their defensive run was so outstanding before they played Michigan. They had 1 first down the first half, but led 14-13 early in the third quarter. When I look at this football team, I think Penn State's a good football team, not a great one. However, they're better than the score indicated against Michigan. I think Penn State wins this football game over Minnesota by a score of 27-17.
I like the numbers there, but you know what? I'm going the other way. I'm going with Minnesota taking the points because I think with Ibrahim running the ball, that big offensive line, I'm going Minnesota to win this game outright, 31-27.